So Mahendra Singh Dhoni now belongs to Pune, no longer to the Chennai Super Kings, and that's great news for Pune. What else do you have for us?
Well, it's for the first time, Gaurav, that the Chennai core has been divided in IPL history, and of course Pune have got some players, Rajkot have got some others, but CSK players certainly were the players in demand. I'm Shivani Gupta. We'll be joined by an extensive panel, but first up, let's get you up to date with what happened in the IPL player draft. As reported by India Today yesterday itself, Pune of course went for Indian ODI skipper MS Dhoni first for a whopping 12.5 crores. Pune then picked Ajinkya Rahane as their number 2 choice and he will be paid 9.5 crores. Pune's other picks include Ravi Ashwin, Steve Smith and Faf du Plessis. So they now have 3 ex-Chennai players and also 3 international captains in their ranks. Meanwhile, Rajkot chose Suresh Raina as their first pick, also something we had predicted yesterday. That means Rajkot will pay Raina also 12.5 crores, while local boy Ravindra Jadeja was their second pick, and others include Brendan McCullum, James Faulkner and Dwayne Bravo. Now, where there's the IPL, there's controversy. After that draft, confusion prevailed over how the players will be paid. First, it was said that the fixed amount that we are showing on our screens is the price. But later, IPL chairman clarified, saying the previous team's contracts will have to be honored. Clearly, even the new owners are quite confused. Listen in.
The price which is announced cannot be changed. So he will only get 12.5 crores. And everything will be on the website, you don't worry. No, whatever is written in the contract of CSK and Rajasthan Royals, the player will get the same salary, whatever is written in their contract. We are not tampering with the contract.
It's very documented, it's very straightforward, clear. There are certain, the prices for all the players released from CSK and Rajasthan Royals have been fixed, and the players we've been selected, we were already given their prices, so we are aware about the prices of them, and yeah, I mean, that's the price that we would be paying them as per the BCCI guidelines. So we will be following that, and there's nothing, there's no other surprise or there's no other thing involved in it.
So that's Keshav, the owner of the Rajkot team. He's saying what we thought previously as well, that there is a fixed price for these top 5 picks. But as you just heard, Rajesh Shukla actually later said that the previous contracts have to be honored. We'll delve on this a little bit deeper. I have with me my colleague Rasesh Mandani, who's been tracking the drafts, our consulting editor Boria Majumdar, resident cricket expert Nikhil Chopra with me in the studio. But let me first go across to the other owner, Mr. Goenka, who's the Pune owner. He's joining us. Mr. Goenka, first of all, your reaction to the draft. You must be very happy with the picks.
We're happy. We're satisfied. We've got what we wanted.
And by players that you wanted, of course, you mean Dhoni first up, isn't it?
Well, the first choice was pretty much a foregone conclusion. And since we had the right, that was pretty much done. But in terms of the other players in the draft also, we are happy with what we've got. This is what we had planned on. This is what we've got.
Right. Can you please elaborate on your strategy for the other players? You're of course saying the first choice was a foregone conclusion.
Well, I think it was a conscious strategy which was based on batting experience, bowling experience, leadership experience. It was a combination. And I think that is what we were striving to achieve, a balance, which is what we believe we've got.
And 8 out of 10 players picked, Mr. Goenka, CSK players. Clearly there was a preference for them.
You know, I don't think it has to do with CSK or RR. It has to do with the individual players. And
right.
There were a good bunch of players, and I think we are happy with the way it's gone.
Mr. Goenka, coming to a very important issue that's cropped up now, can you clarify on what will be the payment made to the players that you've bought? Even the IPL chairman looked a little confused. Can you elaborate how much will you be paying Dhoni? Will it be Chennai's salary or the price, the fixed price of 12.5 crores?
You know, we don't know what Chennai was paying him. Our impression is that there was a price fixed by the BCCI. So that is what we've been given to believe, or that is what our understanding is.
That's right. That's what we understood too, and that's what Keshav, the Intes Technologies owner, the Rajkot owner, is saying too, that there was a fixed price. But the reason I ask you this is because Rajiv Shukla himself clarified in the press conference saying that the previous contracts, for example, Dhoni's contract with CSK will have to be honoured, and whatever they were getting paid by Chennai, you'll have to pay him that much.
I do not have access to those numbers, so therefore it's really, I mean, how do I comment without really knowing what the situation is?
Right. No, I understand, but clearly one thing is evident, that the owners themselves are quite confused over how this will work. But before I let you go, Mr. Goenka, we hear that you are about to rope in Stephen Fleming as well as your coach. That would mean another CSK combined with your Dhoni in your team.
Well, you know, Stephen is certainly one of the people under very strong consideration by us, though it's not yet final.
Okay, and how are you going to prepare for the auctions? Can you give us a time frame of, let's say, when you can get a coach on board?
Well, I think now we have to sit together with our captain, our coach, and we will have to devise a strategy. And it will really be for the captain and the coach to take this forward.
All right, Mr. Goenka, thanks a lot for talking to us.
All right, that's all the time we have in this edition of First Up 9 AM Live. But before we go, we leave you with images of today's Google Doodle. It pays tribute to Vellore